Take my glasses off. I don't know. I look smart with the glasses on. I'm the one talking. Okay, action. Hey guys, Marielle and Amanda here. It is our third podcast. Podcast 3 to give to you guys. And today we're going to go over how to approach a workout, depending on the type of workout it is. So obviously, Amanda being an athlete, a coach, you have to have, I guess, a certain mindset when you approach a workout, a strategy, knowing your limits, knowing your capabilities. So I guess if we sort of start from the top, what would be your approach to your workout?
I guess we can go as an athlete, personal preference, and then I'll go general base. So there's different kinds of things you want to look in a workout. So if I'm given a workout, there's a lot of things that take into place, like the length of the workout, the stimulus of the workout,
What do you mean by stimulus?
Stimulus as in what the intention of the workout is meant to do. So if it's high volume of cardio for conditioning, then clearly that's what I want to focus on primarily, versus if there's a heavy lift in there and I'm struggling with that, like obviously that's not the dominance of the workout. So why am I going to focus on the heavy lift if it's cardio based? So yes, so stimulus, the movements in a workout, if it's an AMRAP, if it's an interval, if it's just a long workout of a chipper, for example, Murph would be a great example. What else is there? Movements, purpose, stimulus. I would say also weaknesses and strengths based off you as a person. So we all have different weaknesses and strengths. So that as well takes into place. So I have different examples that I'll be talking about, but from an athlete standpoint, so I have different workouts. Hopefully I'll explain the workouts as well. So as an athlete for myself, I mentioned weaknesses and strengths. So my weaknesses would be primarily gymnastics, anything pulling. So you have muscle ups, you have chest to bar pull-ups, rope climbs. So stuff like that are big red flags for me if I see it in a workout. Strengths for me would be something like deadlifts or pistols or handstand push-ups. If I see that in a workout, that's kind of where I'm like, oh, okay, that can be my rest time, or that can be where I want to kind of make up time for my weaknesses.
Yeah.
Okay, so a good example, we'll start off with an AMRAP. So 10-minute AMRAP. It's 10 minutes. So you can kind of get away with pacing a little bit. You really have to know yourself as an athlete. So I'm really well with engine-based workouts. And when I say engine, I mean cardio, lungs, dominant. So 10-minute AMRAP, I know I can sustain a decent pace at about 80-85%.
And that's quite high.
Your heart rate should be around probably 170, 165, depending on
the person.
Yeah, the person.
80 to 85%, you know, even if you compare that to strength or to cardio, like that, both of them are very high.
Yeah, so it's very hard to maintain.
Good that you can maintain it.
Yeah, and again, you learn this just by doing more workouts. It's really hard to just tell someone who's been doing it for a month, like, hey, go 80%. Like, no, that's
couldn't do it.
Yeah, they wouldn't know what 80. My 80 is not their 80.
No, ma'am.
So 14.1, CrossFit 14.1. It's a 10-minute AMRAP. It's 30 double unders, 15 power snatches. Now, we're talking about stimulus. The stimulus of this workout would be move. So this is primarily based on how many rounds you could get, rounds and reps you can get in this workout. In that 10-minute period. So you got double unders, that's more of a gymnastics movement, skill, high skill. I'm really good at double unders, so I would consider that as a strength.
Okay.
Kind of my rest, like I was mentioning earlier.
Yeah.
15 power snatches, that's where weight comes in.
Yeah.
Weight and movement.
Yeah.
So power snatches is kind of a strength, it just depends what the weight is, also depending on the athlete. So it's actually 75, 55 pounds. So for me, that's really light to cycle. So I would say 10 minutes, boom, I can hold that at about 85% effort. Then double unders, strength. Power snatches at a lightweight, strength. Now, I will look at a weakness. What would be a weakness of this workout? Probably sustaining a high heart rate throughout the 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That would be the hardest part.
Yeah.
So how
out of the double unders and the
snatches, correct. Yes, correct. So length of the workout isn't too bad, weight isn't too bad, movements aren't too bad. The order of movements also matters in some cases. In this case, it's only 2 movements. So, I mean, if you put power snatches first and double unders, it kind of still ends up being the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess as an athlete, my goal would be to not only sustain how long each round takes, so split times is what you're thinking. I would also look at, hey, when do I think I'm gonna start breaking the power snatches up? Because clearly the dubs are meant to be unbroken.
Yes.
If that's a strength for you, then obviously that would be the goal, because that's your rest-ish a little bit to a certain extent.
Yeah, sure.
Power snatches, that clearly will be lower back dominant and arm dominant.
Yeah.
If that's something you're cycling. So in the beginning, probably unbroken for the first couple of rounds. Maybe start going into 2 big sets, but mentally you're walking into that workout, dubs unbroken, power snatches, either 1 big set or 2 big sets. Try not to break anything from there. Now, if you do 3 big sets, then you want them to be short rest because it's a 10-minute workout.
So like a drop, get back into it.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Now another example, let's go into a longer AMRAP. So 20-minute AMRAP, 20.1. It's a 20-minute AMRAP, 8 toes to bar, 10 dumbbell hang clean and jerks, and 14 cow row. That one's primarily engine dominant. Now you do have gymnastics in there, toes to bar. So we have the length of the workout, right? We're looking at the length. That's kind of a strength for me because I can maintain a decent pace for a long duration of time, more engine based. Toes to bar, not my strength point because it's gymnastics, so that brings a red flag. 8 toes to bar. 10 dumbbell hang clean and jerks. The weight's not heavy, it's only 1. That's kind of, hey, this is where you can make up time if you do slack on your weakness movement.
Okay.
Then you have 14 cow row, also another decently good strength. So my only red flag for this one would be
The toast bar.
the toast bar.
Yeah.
Exactly. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, toast bar is the only weakness, then I have those other 2 movements to make up time if I do need to break on those toast bar. So even if I went 4-4 on the toast bar, all right, that's fine. Short break in between, go fast on the dumbbell hang clean jerks, breathe on the calorie row.
Yeah.
20-minute AMRAP. So stimulus of that one was just to also maintain.
Yeah.
You're trying to maintain. Now let's bring up another style. Let's throw in weakness. So we got 13.3, the CrossFit Open. I'm bringing all CrossFit Open workouts because that's the closest we can compare our test of fitness into it's given yearly. It's a 12-minute cap, so it basically turns into an AMRAP. 13.3, it's 150 wall balls, 90 double unders, 30 muscle ups, and they're ring muscle ups. So 2013, and even up till now, I would look at this and say, all right, 12-minute cap, not too bad, that's a strength because I'm good in that range. Wall balls, I don't mind them, I can do them. 90 double unders, I love double unders. Muscle ups. So the biggest red flag for me would be the muscle ups. Now, the order and sequence of the movements matters drastically in this one. Because if the rings were first, I'd kind of be screwed.
Yes. Why would you be screwed first? Wouldn't you think because of muscle ups are at the end of the 3 exercises that you would be fatigued going into
You
that
would think
first
so.
round,
Yeah.
at least?
Yeah. So depending on the reps.
Okay.
The reps have a lot to do with the particular movement in the workout. Okay. So like if it was 5 muscle ups, yeah, sure, put it in the beginning because I'm fresh.
Yes.
But because it's 30, that's such a high volume number for such a strength skilled movement,
Yes.
it's really hard to do 30 in one movement.
That's
And with this workout, the stimulus is meant to be how far can you go with these reps?
okay.
So 150 wall balls, 90 double unders, 30 muscle ups.
Yeah.
If the order was 30, 90, 150,
Yeah.
12 minutes to do 30 muscle ups, my score would be 30. Let's just say I did get 30.
Yeah.
Because it's opposite. I'm gonna bust ass on the 150 wall
See
balls
how many you can get of the
and then 90 double unders, and the remaining time see how many I can get. Either way, it would still be more reps.
So almost the score in that one is almost how many muscle ups,
Yeah, correct.
ring muscle ups can you get?
Exactly.
Because 30, unless really, unless you're a very skilled gymnast
Yes.
or
With a
you're
good engine because of the
Yes.
fatigue you're entering
Yes.
muscle ups in.
or a male predominantly just because they have more pulling strength,
Correct.
then sure, they would probably be able to finish it. But if you don't really have those two skills or techniques down packed, your score, is definitely okay.
Impact. Yeah, so that's why I say order matters.
Yeah.
The sequence of the movements matter.
Yeah.
Your strengths matter. Your weaknesses matter. The stimulus of the workout matters. Even the weight of the movement matters, because had 14.1, had the power snatches been slightly heavier, clearly I'm not going to aim for unbroken.
Yeah.
I would break it up right away, just because I don't want to spike my heart rate and gas myself
Yeah.
in the first round.
Yeah.
And this has a lot to do with you knowing yourself as an athlete, being
Yeah.
realistic. Let's go back to 14.1. 10-minute AMRAP, 30 dubs, 15 power snatches. Hi, Ollie.
It's my co-host.
Yeah. Continue. Talk about how many times you touch a ball in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good little
Yeah.
wrap.
10-minute AMRAP, 30 dubs, 15 power snatches. How many rounds do I think as an athlete I would aim for? Just think, 30 dubs, you'd have to be doing this for a while. 30 dubs takes about 17, 18 seconds. And then the transition, that's if you go unbroken. Then the transition going into the snatches, clearly you're gonna breathe, walk into your bars, grab the barbell. If you do 15 unbroken, that's no more than 25 seconds. So you're looking at minute rounds if you sustain that. So let's go back to the general pop.
Yeah. Because I mean, I definitely consider myself a general pop. It's really new to CrossFit, like really. So only now, just getting the momentum of some movements. When I approach a workout as being a general pop, I'm just kind of scared of the workouts. I sort of know some movements in which I'm more capable of doing, but there would be no way that I would look at a workout and say, oh, I'm actually quite decent at double unders, or I'm actually quite decent at snatching. So what would you say, first of all, to someone just entering into looking at a workout like that, being quite scared,
So when you do approach a workout, are you game planning anything? What's in your mind? Are you just thinking, all right, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Or do you have a strategy in mind, like, I'm gonna aim for, let's take example, the 10-minute AMRAP, 30 dubs, 15 power snatches. You just learned your double unders.
Woohoo!
Yeah, let's scratch that out. But 15 power snatches at 55 pounds is just 10s on the side. Would you approach that in like, I'm gonna do sets of 5? Or would you just, I start the clock and you go?
Predominantly, you start the clock and I just go.
So no game plan.
Yeah. So would you recommend looking at the workout, looking at least one movement that you maybe are not necessarily good at, but maybe a movement that you actually enjoy doing?
Yeah, or more comfortable.
More comfortable.
More
yeah.
comfortable, yes.
And then scale plan from there.
Yes, correct. So like 55 pounds, that should be light for the majority of CrossFitters who've been doing it a while.
Yeah.
Let's say you're not comfortable cycling 55 pounds. Let's say your max is 85 pounds.
Yeah.
I can't expect you to do 2 big sets
Yeah.
of power snatches every single time.
Yeah.
The stimulus of the workout is to stay moving.
Stay moving.
Stay moving, but at an 80-85%, you should not be going to singles on this workout. So let's just say, for example, that 85-pound max for you, I would say let's just do the barbell. Let's just do the barbell. That way you can aim to get the amount of rounds that I would get if I did the same workout at 55 pounds.
And there's nothing wrong with just doing the barbell.
It's more of an ego thing. It's an ego thing, everyone wanting to go RX. But we're not trying to qualify for the games. No, not everyone's there.
No.
You would get more of a workout you sticking to the barbell than you doing 55 pounds and doing singles on a 10-minute AMRAP. Like if you do 15 single power snatches, that is so much time killed. Like I get it, you're doing RX in a workout, but it's not worth. You will not reap the benefit if you do it RX.
And the stimulus is the engine building, right?
Is the engine building.
So if you can't lift the weight, not moving as much, you're not building that engine.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Exactly. The same thing with that 13.3, the 150 wall balls, 90 double unders, and 30 muscle ups. You just, that one you kind of just got to move and get there. I mean, not everyone has muscle ups. Clearly that's a lot of people's weaknesses. But ego. Like it's 150 wall balls. Just because you don't think you'll get to the rings doesn't mean you should go RX on the wall balls. Like 150 wall balls, Karen, that's the workout, is meant to be a sub 8-minute workout. If you're struggling to get sub 8 minutes on Karen, scale the wall ball weight. Like there's a purpose for each workout. That's why there's scaling options. Now we just shifted topics into why you shouldn't go RX, but
I mean, it relates to it.
It does relate to it. Yes, correct. Yes.
If you don't do the stimulus of the workout and you're too busy focused on weight, you're missing the whole point.
You're not reaping the fitness benefits.
Exactly.
You get fitter not by going heavier, by moving weight faster.
I'm guessing that there's more fitness-based WODs out there versus strength, like WODs.
Correct.
You know, so we practice our strength predominantly, before the WOD. Right? The strength component isn't actually in it.
Correct.
So I guess you have to make that realization of, okay, well, I'm actually working on my fitness, lifting at a moderate weight versus strength. Okay, that makes sense.
It's a lot like another example, Diane. It's 21:59 deadlifts at a moderate to heavy weight. 21:59 deadlifts and handstand push-ups. That workout should be a sub 3-minute workout. So cool. So an example is if I have a guy whose max is 275, the guy's weight in Diane is 225. That's only 50-pound difference. How do I expect them to get a sub 3-minute workout time if they're doing like 70%, 45 reps in a workout? That's just no way. But because everyone wants to go RX, they stick to that weight and they don't reap the benefits of the workout. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So each workout has a stimulus, and one you want to focus is how long it is. Know yourself as a person. Know how well you breathe under certain movements, under certain machines, under certain fatigue. And then pinpoint your weaknesses and your strengths.
And work on them, right?
Work on them. But in a workout, I mean, like, if you need to scale the reps back.
Or scale the movement.
Scale the movement. Because it defeats the purpose of the workout and the stimulus of the workout.
Great.
Another thing to look at is, I mentioned length, I mentioned strengths, weaknesses, movement, the weight of the movement order, that matters highly as well. What else?
I mean, that's a lot to cover, right?
Yes.
So for general pop, what would be at least the top 3, I guess? Major top 3 factors to consider?
I could say top one, stimulus.
Stimulus.
That
okay.
should kind of answer everything.
Okay.
But stimulus as in
The purpose of the what?
the purpose of the workout, but as far as what weight you should use in the workout
Yeah.
to create the right stimulus and to kind of have a game plan. Like a lot of people go into it not having a game plan.
Yes.
And so how are you gonna perform the most efficient
Yes.
without a game plan? It's like taking a road trip to California and me being on the map like, well, I'm not gonna make a game plan to go straight across. I just wanna be less efficient, use the most gas.
Yes.
Like you wanna be efficient.
Yeah.
So have a game plan before
Yeah.
you go into the workout. If you need help scaling it to get the most efficient and better stimulus of the workout, then ask for help, ask for an opinion. Don't
Yeah.
just go based off what the board says, because it's
Yeah.
not always right.
Exactly.
I mean, fitness.
It's not tailored, right?
It's not tailored
It's
to
not
a
tailored to each
exactly.
individual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I think that answers a lot, you know, as far as how you approach a workout and approach it definitely from a strategic point
Yeah.
of view versus a scared point of view.
Yeah.
You know, so and the planning for that, because I do it myself and I can only imagine almost everyone does it. When you don't have a plan, you sort of just stand there with your hands on your hip and okay, I'll go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes sense to have at least a direction.
Yeah. Like they say, you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's the exact same. I mean, the more efficient I got, the fitter I got.
Yeah,
That's just the way it is. And you really have to put your ego aside. And I get this a lot. Like I have a lot of people who want that high skill movement, like toes to bar and pull ups. And they'll see like 30 in a workout, but they'll do 30 singles just to say it's RX. And I get it. It's cool having RX. But you would reap more benefit going 30 knees to chest
Yes.
than you would 30 single toes to bar.
Yeah.
Like work on the skill.
Yeah.
And when you apply that in a workout, you'll reap so much more benefits that way versus sticking to singles the whole time just to have RX.
Yeah.
It's just not.
And I guess it's kind of hard to work on a skill when you're in a class setting because you have an hour essentially to do the WOD. You know, some people are a bit, not embarrassed, but maybe a little bit shy or uncomfortable. You know,
Yeah, I've been there.
jumping on the rigs, you know, maybe in between classes. So the best opportunity, if you can't do it, or maybe if you're time pressures, is to do it in the workout.
Yeah.
To scale it in the workout.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, you'd want to build the foundational movement not in a workout because you want to
Take the time to do it.
you want to work on learn the right technique.
Yeah.
Learn the right. You will build bad habits in a workout.
Yes.
Trying to learn a particular movement.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. I mean, had I focused on the rings step by step aside from working out, I probably would have had it sooner.
Yeah.
And that's just the honest truth. It's
Yeah.
the same with weightlifting. It's the same with any movement in CrossFit. Learn it on the side, kind of master it to the highest of your ability, and then start applying it in workouts.
Yeah.
It's also preventing injury.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a massive.
Yeah, it's
consideration
also
as
preventing
well.
injury. A lot of
Yeah.
people, oh, my shoulder hurts. Well, yeah, you're trying to butterfly pull-ups when you don't even have one strict pull-up. Like, come on,
Yeah.
let's be realistic. It's a lot like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I hope this covers.
Yeah, I mean, I think you went over it well, how your mind works from an athlete point of view, and then a general population about, you know, you said the basis of the three factors that you want to consider first, and then build from there. So yeah, I think that was really good.
Try it out.
Did you like it, Ollie?
Yes.
I did.